Demon Swole as fuck. I don't know how they gonna win.
But you also love Phil, don't you?
Huh?
You also.
Oh yeah, Phil is real nigga out
there. Real nigga. This nigga is 5.
Phil is a real nigga.
Real.
Oh yeah, I peeped the whole time.
No, I thought he was 4.
Phil what?
Shit, even better. Like
Phil what?
that was dumb. He's like, oh yeah, I've been doing that. He's like, huh? Nigga, how the hell you know that shit?
Yeah, he was
that nigga. He's a beast.
Yo, Mr. Good Guy here, aka MGG, and you just joined a decent crew. We're just a group of guys who discuss, review, rank, and poke fun at all the things we love and hate in manga, anime, and everything else. So sit back and relax because it's all decent over here, man. Run it. I've
been working on this record for a minute. Still I feel like nothing that I do is good enough. My insecurities are creeping in, so they will sleep until the music ain't funny when other people see your pen as I'm using the.
Alright, let's move on to this Promised Neverland, chapter 40. So we can just do the quick overview and opinions of it before I get into this review. Don, you've been reading it. I've been reading it. And now, surprise, Graham's been reading it.
What up?
What
up?
Yeah.
Are you up to date though?
Yep,
he's up to date.
Okay.
All in one day.
It is only 30-something chapters.
No, but these are some long chapters, dude.
Yeah.
They're each like 2 or 3 chapters.
I'm highly surprised.
It's just a lot of information. It's still 20 pages, I thought. It's just that...
No, some are more, some around 20 and some are a little bit more.
Yeah, I think maybe in the beginning. In the beginning because they're like... It just started, and I think it wasn't coming out weekly, maybe. But
I'm just surprised though that he actually started to.
But yeah, no. If you start reading it, Jugga, you'll enjoy it for sure. It gives you that Death Note.
It's definitely. It's very.
It's a thinking one for sure.
It's highly strategic.
Yeah,
highly strategic.
So how you guys feel about it so far? I think it's pretty good. I like reading it. I always read every week. So, obviously, Ray. Oh, not Ray. Sorry, Norman. Norman's a real nigga. Isabella's a real nigga. I don't really fuck with Ray like that.
You said Isabella?
Isabella's
Mama?
Oh, my bad. Not her. What's her name? Emma. Emma's a real nigga, and then I don't really fuck with Ray.
He's fresh in his head.
Yeah.
He just read all this shit.
Yep.
I don't fuck with Ray like that, and yeah, that's about it. That's it. I like it. Demon Swole as fuck. I don't know how they gonna win.
But you also love Phil, don't you?
Huh?
You also.
Oh yeah, Phil is real nigga out
there. Real nigga. This nigga is 5.
Phil is a real nigga.
Real.
Oh yeah, I peeped the whole time.
No, I thought he was 4.
Phil what?
Shit, even better. Like
Phil what?
That was dumb. He's like, oh yeah, I've been doing that. He's like, huh? Nigga, how the hell you know that shit?
Yeah, he's
that nigga, he's a beast.
He's just always around at the right moment. That's all.
Nah, that nigga smart.
Man, you just trying not to put respect on Phil names.
Try hating on my nigga Phil.
Straight hating.
I ain't hating. I mean, he's smart. I can admit.
I mean, they all smart. Technically,
but I feel like he ain't gonna be able to be doing any major shit until he gets probably somewhere close to like 10 years old, or at least until after they teach him how to fight. Then
I wonder if he's gonna learn how to fight while he up and out. Maybe Isabella will drop some knowledge on him because she fuck with him now. Huh?
None of them know how to fight.
And that's not true. I think some of them got a little bit of hands. Not real hands, but...
I don't think Norman could have fight either. He didn't know how to fight.
I thought when they were training, they were like doing some combat shit.
They just learned it. They learned it.
It was all how to run away from...
Makes no sense to fight. They can't fight demons. They get their ass run regardless.
Damn,
run. You better run.
Isabella might be teaching them hands though, because you know she's on their side now.
No, I don't
Nigga, Isabella's not on their side.
After they left, she was like, they had that whole chapter of her like getting emotional and
they
I'm glad they finally made it out.
To replace
her. They're about to kill her.
So she might put in some work before she leave.
No, too late.
You tweaking, bro.
She may drop a little hint on Phil. Like, Phil, this is what you gotta do.
Cause I see you a real nigga.
Yeah, you gotta try and fuck your new.
And she tried to escape before too, so she might.
That's the secret.
If he can fuck the mother, Phil is the realest nigga in the world.
The next mom?
The new mom.
He said that's Phil. That's the secret to getting out of it.
That's the ultimate game.
I believe in Phil though. He probably can do it.
You can get out of it.
You believe in Phil?
Yeah, he probably could do it. If there's anyone that could do it,
it is him involved.
Phil is
definitely the one.
You saw how cute he was looking pause when he grabbed her hand.
Mama?
Yeah,
and he good actor too. So he could sell a dream to these hoes too. So you know,
tired of this dude, man. I'm tired.
It's lit. But yeah, I mean, y'all got anything else to add before I jump into like the quick overview of this chapter?
Let's just talk about how ugly these fucking Are we gonna call them demons?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Call them demons.
They are demons, right? I thought that.
I mean,
they have no one's officially.
There's no
said what they
official name for them.
They could be.
You know, it's funny. We call everyone demons. We call everything from like every monster.
It's about to go
demons.
back to. It's about to go back to fairy tale.
Oh, that's what.
That's what I thought you were referencing for a second.
even in like, I feel like sometimes we even call the One Punch Man shit demons sometimes.
Monsters.
Yeah,
Monster sales.
But I think we still say demons sometimes though. In One Punch Man.
One Piece though.
One Piece doesn't have like
demons are inside of the.
One Piece doesn't really have like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the theory.
One Piece doesn't really have monster shit, you know. But anyway, yeah, let's continue on. Just do the overview, I guess. I do recommend it to anyone.
I mean, what specifically do you want to talk about when it came to demons? They swole as fuck, smart.
Oh, he said they're ugly.
Oh yeah, no, I mean we don't even know what their real face look like because they've been wearing these masks.
Oh, that's a mask.
Do you think that they're?
I'm hungry.
I feel like this is awkward with you listening to all of this without knowing what the hell is going on. But do you think that they came from a different planet, or if these creatures were?
Yeah, I think so.
I could buy that.
So they randomly invaded the planet, and then the world.
But then though, I don't know what happened because it seems like everything in that world is kind of fucked up. Even like so when they went into the forest, even the trees are like carnivores trying to eat them and shit too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there was like a meteor crash and then changed the whole world or something, but. It's not just the demons. It's obviously other shit in the world. So this may not even be Earth, to be honest. They may be on a different planet now.
That's true. Here was a theory that I said with MGG a couple days ago. I think that
when you were sick,
still low key fading it away, but I think that these demons, aliens, whatever you want to call them, came to the Earth and they started abducting people and eating motherfuckers up or whatever. And as the years went on, people started trying to find different ways to fight back against them. And also during this time, the world started evolving in order to try to sustain itself with these new creatures on itself. So as a result, these trees decided to start eating creatures and so forth. And there's like this whole underground part of the world where all of these regular creatures that were living beforehand are able to survive in this newly ravaged planet or whatever, in which, as a result, the guy who created that book, what's his name?
We know. Who knows?
Oh, well, Minerva.
W.M.? Yeah, Minerva. He kind of grew up in this world that was already abducted by these demons, in which, while growing up, he was living probably amongst the clan or whatever, in which they run into all of these different obstacles of the world, you know, kind of like the tree branches that try to eat people, or probably these different type of creatures that would try to chase you all around the world and things like that. And he knew that within these little daycare lands that there were children being bred and I probably shouldn't. Well, you'll get it within the first chapter that these children are being bred and fed and everything to be taken as high quality food for these demons. So he probably realized.
I'm gonna read this real quick. This is a One Piece like side thing, but I was like thinking, did Oda like read this and kind of steal some shit? Anyway,
from Promised Neverland.
Yeah.
I mean that's another thing I'm going to bring up when we start talking about when we talk about One Piece. I'll bring it up. I think I know what he's talking about.
Okay.
But potentially he probably started writing these books or whatever to help these kids in one way or another break free and eventually find where he is with his clan of people who are going to try to fight back. And he probably knows that these kids are already going to be highly physically trained, just because they're supposed to be the top quality meat, in which he'll be able to further train them to be able to fight back and create his little army. So he probably planned even further back. He's probably like the ultimate version of Norman or Ray or whatever, in which he was like, yeah, I'm gonna start planting these little seeds.
I thought this professor guy worked for the demons. Oh, he did? Oh, sure.
No, you think about this guy who dropped that random pen in the lab book or whatever. Yeah. I think he's also another person that we're going to see later on in the story that's going to be highly important. He's probably going to be somebody that's training Norman, because I'm pretty sure Norman ain't dead.
No, I don't think so either. But how long do you think this is going to go? Like this
Promised
Neverland? Yeah.
It's got a decent amount of time. They need a time skip though.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, if they're gonna not do a time skip, this could go on forever because there's no way them niggas can give demons hands at all.
I know. I think it's gonna be like a 7-year time skip. I think they're going to time skip to about when
they need to go
Phil,
back.
Yeah, when Phil was to go. I think that would be best, to be honest.
That's what I was hoping, but after this thing, I'm like, it sounds like we might still get some more chapters of them doing shit in the world before we get the time skip.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
They're about 12 right now.
Because I feel like Phil is the oldest. Like, what's the oldest person right now? The oldest kid right now?
I think it's Phil.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's gonna be right before Phil.
Yeah, it needs to get.
Yep.
That's low key reasonable.
That's dope.
That's what I thought. That's what I assumed too. It had to be between that time frame because if they do it after, that nigga's dead. So.
I'm just trying to think of a time.
You can't Phil die.
Yeah. No way. No fucking way.
No, but I thought that they said that they want to come back in 2 years so that they can get the rest of these kids.
Oh,
because if you waited 7 years, then the kids will be getting sacrificed, and you're only trying to come back just for Phil.
No, they needed to come back within because there's that age range, which is whatever age they are.
Yeah, and they said once motherfuckers turn 6, that's when they're going to start sending
so
yeah, I guess it would be.
Then it's 2 then.
Yeah, I guess it would be 2 years then. Whatever.
Still not enough. I feel like it's not enough for them to get hands.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like 7 years more. Fuck them other kids. Only Phil's important.
You know Emma ain't gonna let that
She a
happen.
bitch though.
Right.
Damn. Alright, let's get into this fucking chapter, man.
Alright, so chapter 40. So first thing that happens, you see the demons are finally out there looking for these kids. They find out they went into the forest, but they're a little hesitant to go in because they think the trees might have already gotten them. So now we go
So were they
forward
afraid of the trees?
I thought they were afraid of the trees, but after talking to it with Gramps, he thinks it was just that they just thought that they weren't afraid, but they just didn't feel like going in because they thought it would have been a waste of time.
Just go search for dead bodies.
Right. So then we flash forward to these kids back in the area where the trees are trying to get them, and they're figuring out that the book is kind of telling them how to handle this situation. So the book Minerva gave them is talking about this warrior and his like little lemur friend and how they are fighting like this deep sea thing with a bunch of snakes. And they figured out these snakes are referencing like the tree vines and how they are like attacking people. So then Ray's plan is to figure out how the hell that these trees actually pick up that they need to attack, and he figures out that it's basically from touch. So he throws a cup over there, one of the tree branches touches it, and then they immediately like attack and smash it up. So after that, he found out that they use touch, so then they just need to find a way to not touch it basically so that they don't die. They find a way to like grab some branches, climb around, and then they need to like I guess stop the branches from doing some shit. So they find a way to open up like the top of the area they're in so that this breeze comes in and basically stops the vines. So pretty much they end up stopping the vines, and then after that basically Emma gets that this book is pretty much going to be the key to them figuring out how to survive in the real world, but then she gets this like weird feeling, and I don't know what the fuck that's about, and then that's the end of the chapter. So yeah.
Don't y'all hate those little sad stories that they throw in here?
On that one, yeah, because it's like happy-go-lucky. You know, this is not actually adding stuff to the story.
Sad stories and what?
This in Promised Neverland.
It did?
It's like a little comic, like a jokey comic.
Oh yeah, I don't read those shits. I don't read any side stories.
You should start reading the Boku no Hero side. So I just read this new chapter or whatever.
I will eventually.
They just showed Endeavor. Like this apparently before Aizawa became a teacher or whatever. So this is like pre the story. No. They were all just regular old heroes, but they showed Endeavor without the fucking suit, like what he looks like without his mask and shit on. They showed a little bit of how he thinks as a hero, which is stupid as fuck. I thought it was pretty good. But anyways, about this chapter though, I just think it's interesting that they are going to use this book to find out more about the world. I could see this getting boring quick though, so I think they should just do it a couple more times and then hit this time skip, because I'm still wondering how the fuck they're gonna be able to actually do. They're just too little to really be able to do anything. They can't fight. They can just run
and shit.
Yeah.
My thing, I hope. Yeah, I don't want them to like this wanting to evade thing from the demons to go on too long. I mean, a few more chapters is fine, and then I'd be okay if like the guy like somehow comes and rescues them and takes them out of the spot, or they somehow find the guy.
Yeah,
I just want that to happen as soon as possible.
Yeah,
because this shit will get dry as hell. Just to like hide and seek type shit almost. Yeah. So
okay. Anything to add?
You basically added what I was going to say.
Cool. So you guys ready to rate it?
Mm-hmm.
I give this. These are going to be hard to rate because it's going to be like a lot less. It's either going to be hype or I'm really happy about how it made me think, but it's never really going to come from an action point. I feel like so. I give this like a decent plus. Maybe I thought it was really interesting. I like using the books or whatever. I feel like I need like a rating for strategy though. It's really hard to like, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I give it a decent plus. I think it's cool to like, we're starting to get more into the story. I really want to know more about this world and like why it's the way it is though.
I give it a decent because even though the way that the book was written, being used to help these kids navigate in this outside world that they've never seen before.
Yeah,
I've actually seen this multiple times in like other like movies or cartoons and stuff like that. So it doesn't really have that same
surprise.
Yeah, same
uniqueness.
Doesn't really interest me as much in terms of how they're going to be clever to try to survive it. So didn't really. Was that one of them?
No, I just thought of that based on how you just described. Like, and y'all see the Maze Runner?
Yeah, I saw the first movie and then it turned out like they were like at the end of it.
I read the books.
It's all staged or whatever, right?
Right.
Spoiler. Yeah, I can see how that.
Spoiler.
Well, it's been hella years. If you ain't watch it yet, you ain't gonna watch it.
Yeah, no, because it didn't even get that much hype on it.
No, I mean that's just what I thought.
It's kind of like Divergent too. Like Divergent didn't get a whole lot of hype either.
I think I watched it. The book.
I thought Divergent did get a lot of hype.
No, not like Hunger Games hype. Like, I'm not like Hunger Games level where it's like a classic. I don't think any of those movies are ever going to go on to like classic here, like whatever classic history.
Yeah,
Hunger Games will though. Hunger Games will like be a classic like Harry Potter and all that shit.
Harry Potter's above it still though.
What?
Harry Potter's way above it still.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Twilight's there too.
Both of those are going to be like.
Yeah, Twilight is also there.
I'm sorry, I just started to forget about Twilight. Like, I feel like I remember. But I don't know how many people are going to push people back to it.
Like, what is there to remember about Divergent? Nothing else.
It's not going to be a classic.
What's there to remember about Hunger Games, I should say?
Hunger Games, people are going to push them back to it. Like, the female
Twilight
protagonist thing.
Twilight was big.
Like,
I hated it, but it was big. Anyway, I give this chapter a decent. It's kind of like what Gramps said. But then, in general, I think either... This manga is either gonna get like a really good rating or it's gonna be a decent, like because of how it is. It's
not
like
a whole lot of action.
Yeah, so it's if they don't do anything like crazy, like how the Norman shit is most likely gonna be decent, and a lot of it's gonna be set up. A lot of chapters are gonna be set up, so it's just fine.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, so I don't think it may not get a lot of. It won't get any shits most likely if as long as
unless it keeps this
but it'll have a lot of average chapters. So.
With pluses here and there for different like shit that happened. But alright, cool.
Yo, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video. If you want to hear some more content, check out our other videos on the channel, or you can check out our podcast, The Decent Podcast, where we talk about all this and more. Links to all of our social media will be in the description box below. In the meantime, in between time, I gotta go get something to eat. I'm out of here. Peace.
I want it all. I said I'm mentally tough. Oh, what you thought I would quit? Even on days when I feel at my worst, I will get off my ass and then get back to work. Ain't nobody gonna get it for you. Better go ahead and get it by your motherfucking self, by yourself, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna get it for you. Better go ahead and get it by your motherfucking self, by yourself, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna get it for you. Better go ahead and get it by your motherfucking self, nigga. Ain't no damn excuses. All of those are useless. I don't ever use it. Don't ever confuse it, love.